if you're wondering what foods I eat every day to keep my blood sugar stable with PCOS, then you're in the right place. Managing PCOS isn't just about cutting carbs or avoiding sugar. It's about nourishing your body in a way that supports your hormones, your energy, and your overall health. Today, I'm sharing science-backed strategies, tips, and the exact foods I rely on daily to keep my blood sugar balanced naturally. Before we dive in, don't forget to grab my free 7-day PCOS symptom tracker and progress journal. It's a great way to start making real progress with your health, track what's working, and take control of your PCOS journey. You can find the link in the description below. Now, let's jump into the first food I eat daily to keep my blood sugar stable. And that is protein at every meal. If there's one thing that has completely changed how I feel with PCOS, it's prioritizing protein at every single meal. Protein is one of the most important macronutrients for blood sugar control. It slows down the absorption of sugar into the bloodstream, preventing those blood sugar spikes and crashes that leave you feeling tired, cranky, and craving carbs. When I was really struggling and clueless with my PCOS symptoms, fatigue, cravings, and weight gain, I realized my meals were mostly carbs with very little protein. And to be honest, I was craving more and more food throughout the day. It felt like I was never satisfied. Once I made protein a priority in every meal and snack, everything changed. Now I make sure to include protein-rich foods like eggs and chicken and turkey and salmon and Greek yogurt, and also plant-based options like tofu and beans in every meal and snack. This ensures that I'm staying full and stabilizing my energy. If you're just starting, do not overcomplicate it. Just aim to add a source of protein to every meal and snacks. Your body will thank you for this. Even a handful of nuts or a boiled egg can help. Next, fiber-rich foods. Did you know that fiber can help slow down the absorption of sugar and improve insulin sensitivity? Well, it can. Fiber is an essential nutrient for gut health, digestion, and most importantly, blood sugar regulation. It slows down the rate at which food passes through the stomach and intestines, which helps prevent blood sugar spikes. I love to start my day with fiber-rich foods like chia seeds, flax seeds, and hemp seeds, and a little bit of oats in my yogurt bowls. I usually go for Greek yogurt or a plant-based option, and I top it with seeds, nuts, and berries for a delicious and satisfying meal. These foods not only keep my digestion on track, but also help prevent insulin spikes. Leafy greens like spinach, kale, arugula, beans, and whole grains like brown rice and quinoa are also amazing sources of fiber. I've even made it a habit to add a handful of leafy greens or a scoop of flaxseed into my smoothies. You don't need to have a giant salad necessarily to get your fiber intake up. Small daily swaps can make a huge difference. And the best part is that fiber is actually very easy to add to your diet. Think about swapping white rice for brown rice or adding a handful of spinach to your meals. Fiber-rich foods are also incredibly filling, which helps you stay satisfied and avoid the urge to snack on highly processed foods. Next up, healthy fats. Fat is not the enemy. In fact, healthy fats are key to keeping blood sugar levels stable and reducing inflammation in the body. Healthy fats are essential for hormone regulation and blood sugar control. They help slow the absorption of glucose and support hormone production, which is especially important for women, all women really, but especially women with PCOS. When I first started working on stabilizing my blood sugar, I had some misconceptions about fats, like many of us. I thought they were only gonna make me gain weight. But in reality, including healthy fats in my diet has given me more energy, fewer cravings, and better overall health. Every day I include some fats in my diet, For example, nuts, seeds, olive oil or avocado oil, and fatty fish like salmon. I also love to snack on a handful of mixed nuts or having avocado toast for breakfast or even a snack. If you've been avoiding fats, it's time to rethink that. Start small, add avocado to your meals or cook with olive oil, as I mentioned, or avocado oil instead of vegetable oils. You will be amazed at how satisfying and energizing healthy fats can be for your body. Next, complex carbs. Carbs, in and of themselves, are not the problem. It's more so the type of carbs that you eat that matters the most, and also how you eat them. Complex carbs are full of fiber, which slows digestion and keeps blood sugar stable, compared to refined carbs, which typically do not have any fiber in them. And that is what spikes the insulin levels. These fiber-rich carbs help to prevent insulin resistance, which is a common challenge for the majority of women with PCOS. My approach to carbs is all about moderation and balance. I'm mindful of the type of carbs I eat, focusing mostly on complex and fiber-rich options like leafy greens, broccoli, cauliflower, and beans. When I do enjoy starchier carbs, like sweet potatoes, regular potatoes, or brown rice, I try to make sure to pair them with protein, healthy fats, and other veggies to slow down their digestion and prevent blood sugar spikes. Starchier carbs are a smaller part of my meals, and I always try to keep the portions in check. When I started doing this, I noticed fewer cravings, better energy levels, and no more afternoon slumps. I try to avoid the temptation of eating large portions of starchy carbs as well. The portion matters when you're talking about carbs. And so the larger the portion, the more the potential blood sugar crash. It's also important to recognize that each of us has our own carb sensitivity. So what works for one person may not necessarily work for another. For example, some women with PCOS may find that they can tolerate a bit more carbs, while others may need to be a little bit more mindful of their intake. The key to everything that I teach here is finding out what works best for you and adjusting as needed. Another trick that helps me is using carbs as a side dish, or again, a smaller portion of my meal rather than it being the main focus. So for example, I might have a small serving of sweet potato alongside grilled chicken and some sauteed spinach, creating a balanced and blood sugar friendly meal. So again, I don't want you to feel like you have to cut out carbs completely. You do not. The key is to choose smarter options and keep things in balance. When you pair the starchier carbs with protein, fat, and fiber, you'll notice how much easier it is to maintain stable blood sugar levels. And remember, be patient with yourself as you discover your own carb sensitivities and find what works best for your body. Next up, blood sugar balancing spices. As I always say, small changes can make a big impact, like adding certain spices to your meals. Spices like cinnamon, turmeric, and ginger have been shown to support blood sugar regulation and reduce insulin resistance. I personally love to add cinnamon to my morning coffee, my yogurt bowl, or my protein shake because it helps reduce insulin spikes. It's also great for flavor without the added sugar. Turmeric is another favorite. It's not only anti-inflammatory, but also helps with blood sugar regulation. Ginger is another fantastic option. It supports digestion and blood sugar balance as well. One of my go-to blood sugar balancing drinks is a turmeric ginger tea with a pinch of cinnamon. It's warming, anti-inflammatory, and it's a great way to start the day on the right foot. It's also a great option for in between meals or even at the end of the day. If you're new to using spices for health, start with just one, maybe a dash of cinnamon in your breakfast or turmeric in a smoothie. Over time, these small changes will make a big impact on your overall well-being. And the best part is they add a ton of flavor without the extra calories or sugar. Balancing blood sugar with PCOS doesn't have to feel overwhelming or restrictive. By incorporating these foods into your daily routine, you're setting yourself up for more energy, fewer cravings, and better overall health. Remember that small changes absolutely do add up over time. The key is consistency. Just start wherever you are and build from there. Don't forget to grab my 7-day PCOS symptom tracker and progress journal. It's a game changer for helping you see what's working in your diet and lifestyle. The link is in the description below. And now that you know which foods help balance blood sugar, you might be wondering what other lifestyle habits can improve your PCOS symptoms. Well, it all starts with watching this video next, because when you pair what you learned today with the insights from the next video, it's gonna be way more powerful. See you in the next video.